welcome again to our YouTube channel, Wonderful Conversations. So I recently read a very remarkable, well-researched book about the benefits of meditation that have been proven by science. So meditation, as you know, is quite an ancient tradition. Most of the world's spiritual traditions, whether it is Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, they have some sort of meditative tradition in them. But what are the actual effects of meditation, and can science provide the evidence for the beneficial effects of meditation? So in this book, which is called The Science of Meditation, How to Change Your Brain, Mind and Body, two authors, Daniel Goleman and Richard Davidson, collect all the evidence regarding the beneficial effects of meditation and look at the research that has been done on beneficial effects of meditation and ask themselves what are the proven effects of meditation and what are the actual effects of meditation on brain, mind and body. So just a brief introduction about the authors. So Daniel Goleman holds a PhD in psychology from Harvard University, and after getting his PhD he basically became a journalist at New York Times covering science and other aspects of scientific research. He has written a number of best-selling books about neuroscience, most notably Emotional Intelligence. And Richard Davidson also holds a PhD in psychology from Harvard University and now is the director of Weizmann Imaging Lab at University of Wisconsin-Madison in US. And he has done years of studies in how our emotions basically affect our well-being. So as I said before, meditation has been part of most of the ancient religious traditions of the world. So what is meditation? On its very basic level, meditation involves focusing one's attention on a particular thing for an extended period of time. That can be a few minutes to a few hours, and that thing can be, for example, a source of light, as we know in the Hindu tradition of Tratak. It can be a spiritual idol, so for example, image of Jesus or image of a deity, Hindu deity or a Christian deity. And it can also be your breath. So for example, one of the most popular forms of meditation, Vipassana meditation, involves focusing one's attention on one's breath. And as we know that the mind, it's kind of a monkey mind. Our mind tends to wander a lot, and it involves slowly getting our focus back to the breath or the source of light or the religious idol. So Daniel Goleman and Richard Davidson have been long-term meditators. So they basically started looking into the beneficial effects of meditation in the early 70s, and they have been part of this tradition, which includes people like Sharon Salzberg, John Kabat-Zinn, Joseph Goldstein, and recently people like Sam Harris, who have introduced meditation to the West after getting extensive training in India, Burma, Nepal and Sri Lanka from the meditative masters steeped deeply in the Tibetan and Buddhist traditions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the 5 take-home messages or the summary points from this book. So the first point that is emphasized in this book is that there are a variety of different meditation methods. So they can be a variety of different paths to meditation, and depending upon how much time and effort and interest a person has, they can choose different paths of meditation. But broadly speaking, there are 2 different paths of meditation, and one is called the deep path and the other is called the wide path. So the deep path is basically the purest spiritual form of meditation. So these include the forms of meditation that have been practiced by, for example, Tibetan yogis and Hindu monks and other Christian monks, for example. And the wide paths include meditation adapted to our busy lives, our modern busy lives, where we don't have, for example, 3 years of going into a silent retreat or extended periods of time practicing meditation. So this includes, like, for example, mindfulness based stress reduction, mindfulness at desk, for example, and for example apps like Sam Harris's app Waking Up or Calm or Headspace app, and using those apps to do meditation for a few minutes early in the morning. So the second point that is emphasized in this book is kind of dispelling some myths about the meditation, and this comes on early on in the book, where the authors talk about their own experiences with early period of introduction of meditation into the West. So many frauds actually, they claim to have extrasensory powers and magical powers, and claim to control their breath by their intentions. So the authors really wanted to emphasize that although meditation can be very helpful for improving your physical and your mental and spiritual well-being, it does not provide you with any extra sensory or magical powers. So don't think about flying into the air, just because you meditated for 15 minutes in the morning. Now coming to the third point, which is basically the bulk of the book. What are the evidences? What is the scientific evidence for beneficial effects of meditation? And does meditation have any scientific evidence for beneficial effects? So actually there are a lot of beneficial effects, and they have been proven by recent EEG studies as well as fMRI studies. So these effects include lower reactivity to stress, lower inflammation, lower cortisol levels, a feeling of contentment, self-acceptance, empathy. You can cure depression or prevent relapse for depression if you practice meditation. So the bulk of the book is about how science has kind of provided evidence using different methods of experimentation, how beneficial the meditation can be, and that is the bulk of the book. So the fourth point that is emphasized in this book is about what the authors call altered traits. So for example, different characteristics. So they go into these studies which have documented the beneficial effects of meditation, and they ask whether meditation produces any long-lasting changes in one's behavior or one's outlook towards life. And actually there is a growing body of evidence that meditation does produce positive, long-lasting changes in a person's behavior, personality, and outlook on life. The fifth and final take-home message from this book is that although meditation can have beneficial effects on one's mind, brain, and body, the ultimate goal of meditation is individual spiritual growth. And this alone is far more beneficial as compared to the other health effects, for example, lower stress or lower inflammation. And this ties into what Aristotle also called eudaimonia, or flourishing. And meditation can lead to that. And this includes a sense of autonomy, more contentment, self-acceptance, satisfying relationships, a loving kindness feeling for others, compassion towards others, and a sense of purpose in life. So on the whole, just to finish, this is a wonderful book about the beneficial effects of meditation. I hope you got some value out of it, and I hope you like this video. So please subscribe to our channel. It gives us more inspiration to produce more videos for you. We hope to see you soon in our next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, and happy reading. Bye-bye.